currently just chilling right now on the Appalachian Trail in Virginia. There's the marker for the AT. I did the math, and Carly should be like right here. How wild would it be if she comes from walking right there? We'll find out. So last night, I got into this hostel where Carly Roach is staying at. They're up here in that cabin right there. Set up my tent, and man, fell asleep pretty fast, but pretty soon the rain started coming, and you can see by the water, it rained last night. So much water. I have to take this like 9-mile road back down the mountain, and I'm afraid it got washed out. We'll see if the Prius can get through.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2. Whoa, that was a video.
Just left Standing Bear, heading southbound through the Smoky Mountains. So I just got to my first river crossing, and I tried to take it so slow. Don't get hurt, don't get hurt. Completely fell in. My feet got soaked, I fell on my butt. Looks like I can walk wherever now. So the plan today was parking my car down at Standing Bear Hostel. And now I'm walking up to Davenport Gap Shelter. Should only be about a half mile up the trail. So far, things are looking good. Water tastes good, the legs feel good. So, we just gotta keep going. See you in the next. Camp is set up. I got my food hanging. I got my socks drying out. I've got dinner made. Let me show you guys what we got going on here. So I got ramen noodles. And then what we're gonna do is pour some instant mashed potatoes in there. There's currently nobody else in this shelter right now, so looks like it's just gonna be me for right now. It's only 7 o'clock, so we shall wait and see.
Shook his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles.
So I'm here on this rock, just minding my business, looking at the view. And I look at my map, and like a week ago, some guy said that there was a Copperhead having a permanent residence right where I was sitting. That is sketchy. So note to self, look at the comments before grabbing up a boulder. Pretty cool view though. and I'm okay. Oh, hi, B. So one thing I just learned is that this is called the Mount Camera Lookout. And it's a fire lookout, but not a fire tower. And the reason for it is towers are normally built elevated above the trees. A lookout is either 1 to 2 stories tall that is already above tree level and just built right on the rocks. Fun fact. So I just met my first 2 through hikers, Adrian and Kirsten. They started on May 1st at Springer, and they're sitting here now almost through the Smokies. So kind of flying. They said that they've been putting in a lot of miles on a day. Got some information on resupplying in Gatlinburg, so let's hope that goes well. They're saying that it's absolutely great weather out here compared to what it's been. So very fortunate to be sitting in the rays of the sun, so rather than the rain. So keep pushing. Next stop is going to be the next tallest mountain here on my hike today, so we'll see what that looks like. We're right here in a valley where the wind must have been rocking. A lot of blowdowns. So you might be curious how I'm getting water on the trail since I'm not carrying 40 gallons of water. I get to these streams that are just along the mountains, and I fill up a smart water bottle, and then I've got my filter, which if you just pop open, you can see this filters the clean water. It tastes so good. I just lost my tip. Just took a nap. About to get to the shelter. That last one didn't do its justice. That's sweet. See the lake all the way out there too. I am on top of this mountain in this really thick pine forest. All right, this pine forest is a lot cooler than the other one. Some guy told me that he camped right in here. Said it was very nice. I gotta stay at the shelter. I'm here at the shelter. Just washed up in the creek. I'm gonna hang my bear bags over there for tonight. Doing good. So last night I stayed at Tri-Corner Knob Shelter with one other guy whose name was Indy. He has a hobby of finding arrowheads along the Ohio River. He lives in Kentucky, and he never had a trail name until he was pulling into Amicaloa Falls State Park, and his wife, who's a huge fan of Indiana Jones, recommended that his trail name should be Indy. He didn't like that first, he said, but the coolest thing happened. He was staying at a shelter his very first night, and just as he's walking around the shelter, he was going to fill up his water, he found an arrowhead, like sitting right on the trail. He He said it was wild. And he's like, okay, that was just kind of weird. And so the next night, he tent camped. And as he was moving the leaves and the pine straw away from where he was going to set up his tent, he found another arrowhead. And so right then and there, he's like, okay, I'm where I'm supposed to be. My name's Indy. And that was the story. He was a really nice fella. It was a good time to talk with somebody at a shelter. Because the previous night I slept by myself. So, yeah. So I'm sitting, eating my lunch on this stump, and I'm looking ahead on the map, see how far my next water source is. And I say, well, how much water do I got? And I turn around my pack, and I'm missing my water bottle with my water filter. They're not, it's not there. So I instantly recall back where I last used it. And I just started running. I ended up running 5 miles up and down these ridges. I couldn't find it. I went all the way back to the last shelter and it wasn't there. The water filter is gone, RIP. So I'm just hoping that somebody at Tri Corner has a water filter that I can filter water with. I'm gonna get into Gatlinburg tomorrow, so I'm just gonna buy a new one, but I ran 5 miles to get this thing, and now I gotta walk all the way back. So maybe it's somewhere on here, I don't know. I was running really fast. Wow, this trail is so cool, man. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at that view. That view was so cool the first time I saw it. Wow, what a cool rock wall. I bet you if I turn left, oh, there it is. The same view I had about an hour ago. Okay, I just passed the area that I took a pee and I didn't see it. Still looking. I got all the way there and it's not there. So be okay. It's hard to stay positive in these moments, but I think I have a trail name for this hike. Call it Ridge Runner, because I ran 5 miles, 10 miles for nothing. We're gonna find it. I'm gonna stay hopeful. Okay, I think I calmed down a little bit. The water filter is gone. Good news is I'm staying at a very populated shelter tonight, so somebody's gonna have a water filter. And I'm going into Gatlinburg tomorrow, so I can just resupply on one. Bad news is I just ran like 10 miles and I left my pack up here, which I'm really hoping is still there. If that thing's gone, well, I'll be home a lot earlier. Oh yes, another view. Actually, this one's pretty cool. I'm gonna look at this one. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. I just found it. I am walking up and I see the blue. Ain't no way. Let's go. The level of enjoyment I just got from finding this little thing is through the roof. I feel so much better. I'm walking at like 1 mile per hour. I don't even care anymore. I found my water filter. Let's go. I probably asked 15 people that literally walked right by it. They never saw it. They're all going northbound. I'm going southbound. So nobody Like, they couldn't have handed it to anybody. Everybody's going northbound right now. I probably asked 10 people if they had seen it. Nobody saw it. I found it. Oh my gosh. I am so thankful. I'm getting to my bag and I'm taking a fat nap. Just got back to my pack. It was there. I've since strapped my water filter to my bag so it cannot fall out. I met this guy there. His name is Tropical. It's crazy how quickly your senses become much more powerful. I could smell, he was smoking a cigarette. I could smell his cigarette from way far away. And I just knew there had to have been somebody up trail because you just smell. It's just so much more powerful. It's weird. But we're moving. It's starting to rain a little bit. I just sweated, I don't even know how many gallons of water, so I'm gonna let it just kind of wash me off. And we'll see how we do. All right, I'm putting you away until the shelter, so peace. So it's currently raining right after I found my water filter. And, you know, you could be thinking to yourself, gosh, this day is just getting worse and worse. You switch your brain and say, you know, I'm glad that the rain is here to wash off all the sweat that I just outpoured. So I'm just gonna wear it until I get to the shelter. A little natural shower. Smoky. So this is a pretty steep cliff right here. That's level. That's steep. This is how most of my views have been. Yeah, for sure. Have you caught up with this older guy? Got him.
That means there's more for sure.
The prophecy is fulfilled.
Yeah.
Dude. So should we look like in the water stream?
Yeah, they like.
They're hanging out. They're
Yeah.
probably moving.
What is the one on the left?
This is a seal. This is a Toulon.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the key to finding them?
They just like to. I mean, they're kind of.
around?
Yeah. They kind of go everywhere.
Booking it to get away.
Yeah.
So he kind of.
Well, my first attempts at hitchhiking are not working. Everybody's going up this road to go to Kauai. I'm trying to get down to Gatlinburg. Ran into a few people that are hiking Charlie's and they said if we come back, we'll take you down, but that's gonna be in like 3 hours. Wish me luck. It's gonna happen here soon.
I'm watching.
So I just successfully hitchhiked in and out of Gatlinburg. This lady pulled up in a Prius, and as soon as I saw her crest the hill, I said, this chick's gonna pick me up. She did. She was wild. In the middle of us driving down this steep, curvy road, she pulls into the grassy area just to take a picture of this one plant. She's like, I've never seen them that big. She almost wrecked the car. Got into Gatlinburg, went to the knock. They weren't open yet. They opened at 10. It was like 9:45. Started talking to this thru hiker and then started talking to this other guy. And he graciously said to the thru hiker, hey, I'll take you back up if you can't get a hitch by the time that I get done here. And I said, hey, you know, if it's not too much to ask, can I also get a hitch over to the grocery store. He said, well, I don't see why not. So he hitched me after we picked up this other thru hiker, hitched me to the grocery store, waited in the parking lot with the thru hiker, and then drove us all the way back up the mountain. It was the fastest resupply ever. I think I was in town for maybe 2 hours. I didn't get a chance to eat anything, but I did get sushi from the grocery store. I felt like Grady Hay. It was awesome. So Gatlinburg resupply was a success. Now I'm back on the trail, about to get to Mount Collins shelter. And then tomorrow morning, I'm gonna wake up for the sunrise on Klingman's Dome. So super excited. Klingman's Dome is right ahead, and you can actually see some blue skies. Super excited to see if I got a view. Good morning. So last night I didn't do a lot of filming because I realized I never charged up my power bank in Gatlinburg, which stinks. So luckily I was able to borrow some juice off Carver, who was at the shelter. Old man, he brought 7 beers to the shelter, pounded them all. It was awesome. But he let me borrow some juice. So I stayed at Mount Collins shelter, which was really nice. Although last night, a huge weather storm came in and rained all night. So I'll show you some videos of the trail. It's pretty wet. I'm about to climb Klingman's Dome. Just got recently changed name to Kohuhi. I don't know how to say it. Kauai. I've been calling it Kauai, like Kawhi Leonard. So we're gonna see how this rain does. I did bump into some Amish guys, a trio who are also hiking southbound into Fontana Dam, but they're gonna push 22 miles today and then another 20 miler tomorrow to get there by noon the next day. Whoa. Realistically, I might change my schedule around them and say, if they swing past the shelter tonight, hey, feeling pretty good. What if I join y'all? And then on Thursday, I just take it real slow, downhill all day, and get it to Fontana Hilton Thursday night, get a shower, and then I can just mosey around Friday morning. So, a little update, kind of long. I just wanted to catch everybody up since I didn't really take many videos last night. But it's gonna be a beautiful day. So I'm walking along that entire ridge line into that mountain under the clouds. That's cool. This is the world's biggest worm. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Cliff one way, cliff the other. These views though. Oh my gosh, this one's gonna be good. Yeah. So I started all the way up there. Now I'm here. This is by far my favorite type of forest. One with the tall grass, hardwoods. This is awesome. Look at that, it looks perfect. thought it was a sign.
Yeah, if you did 20-something miles or 25 miles, then you could look back.
Well, you can see Fontana Lake from here.
Remember?
That's where we're going to come out at.
That's by the dam way down there. You'd have to gouge around it. That might be solid.
Well, to be honest, I could eat more. I better stop. I got tomorrow yet.
Well, that tastes pretty good. That coffee, that sticker candy bar. So now I don't have to worry that out. But I don't even think our driver's number.
Morning. It is Thursday. I never really talked much yesterday because I was hiking with the Schmidt boys. It's these 3 Amish guys from Salem, Indiana. And as soon as I found them, I said, "Wie bist du?" So they call me Dutch. But last night, we walked all the way till like 9:15 to get to our last shelter for the day. And when I tell you, I set up my tent, crawled into my sleeping bag, I was out. We ended up walking like 20 plus miles. We were up on Rocky Top, which had an outstanding view of everywhere that we've been. And it was wild to see the mountain Kauai. It was cool to see that mountain because we started there in the morning and it was way off in the distance. So today is my last day. I'm hiking all the way down to Fontana Dam and staying at the Fontana Hilton. There's waiting, hot showers, some food. Oh man, I'm looking forward to it. And then tomorrow, my shuttle's gonna be picking me up at noon at the Hilton. So I'll have time to mosey around, get all my stuff all dried out, and everything all ready to roll for Chris's wedding. Woo! All right. It's my last climb of the day. Doe Knob. Basically, once I climb up this, it's all downhill to Fontana. Looking forward to that. Just called the hostel. They're gonna give me a reimbursement for my shuttle. Just called an Uber. I'm saving $70. This is stupid. Okay, so wild adventure. The shuttle was supposed to pick me up tomorrow morning at noon at the Fontana Dam, but we got there at like 2 p.m. today. So I'm like, I'm not waiting. So I ended up, these 3 Amish guys that we're hiking with, David, Emmanuel, and Irvin, they had a shuttle that was going to pick them up and take them to Pigeon Forge. And after I tried to get an Uber, tried calling a shuttle, I said, can I just join you? So I rode with them for free. And now I'm in Pigeon Forge, and I just got an Uber to my car. So the shuttle was going to be $190, and now I'm going to pay $45 for an Uber. So wheeling and dealing. It was awesome. This is a crazy adventure, but I am so ready to be home and done. Oh, I finished the hike too. Like, the hike was, yeah, it's done. 75 miles in 5 days. So it's like 15-mile average. We did 22 yesterday, which is just crazy. So I'm just chilling here at, I don't even know what this place is called. The, something Stampede. One of the Amish guys was going with his wife here, so yeah, just hanging out. It was awesome. They use my phone like all the time to call people, and I'm like, sure, go for it. So all right, y'all, we'll see ya.